Hey, wanna know about my OCs? No, I need to go and. No, we're learning about my OCs. Womp womp! I have a series called Feline Outbreak. The three main characters are Talk, Tucker, and Birch. Talk witnessed both of his parents die, his father starving to death and his mother getting infected by zombies, so he has a lot of trauma. Tucker has somewhat unknown origins, but it's assumed that he was taken away from his parents and found his relative Key before getting ditched by her and eventually running into Talk. Birch also has unknown origins, but it's assumed that she was separated from the cat that was caring for her, Shansu, and became a zombie before getting reverted. Assumed origins, because I have ideas that are spoilers. The story is way too long to give a short summary of, so if you want to see it, go to the link in the description. The three main characters are Talk, Tucker, and Birch, and the secondary characters are Nibu, Shansu, Lake, Harbor, Socks, Bat, Sparks, and Sage. Ooh, that's a mouthful. Sage and Nibu are Talk and Tucker's adopted kittens. Birch is Talk's sister, and Birch's non-official mate is Socks. Shansu's kittens are Lake and Harbor, who are about the same age as Nibu. Sparks and Bat are also the same age as Nibu. Confusing? Good. Read the story. Feline Outbreak all started one day when I was bored, so I put a character called Talk and a character called Tucker in a roleplay AI bot. I set up two characters, Talk, who was mean, defensive, and cold, and Tucker, who was kind, caring, and it was basically he was a punk she did ballet in the first drafts. It was also supposed to only be Talk and Tucker for a lot longer. Birch was going to be a calm, quiet, sweet, caring character that'd be the voice of reason when Talk and or Tucker were upset. That's super different if that wasn't clear. In canon, she's a fighter, and she's witty, teasing, snarky, and doesn't like showing weakness. Nibu was gonna be really different. He was gonna be biologically related to Talk and Tucker, but I didn't feel comfortable making Talk pregnant, so I just had them adopt him in canon. Nibu's name was gonna be Noah, and he'd be a mix of Talk's and Tucker's colors. I'm glad that I didn't go through with that because I love how simple his design is now. Before I made the story, I got sick of playing with the AI, so I sat down and drew the first post of Feline Outbreak. I wanted to make a comic, but at the same time I wasn't prepared for that, so I made it diary focused, where Talk would write in a diary, and the story would be shown from that. Fun fact, I made Talk's design exactly how I imagined him in my mind. Tucker's too, but originally he was a white cat, so that wasn't too hard to do. Originally, it was only supposed to be Talk, Tucker, Birch, and Nibu, but it was fun to add everyone else. I really wanted to add a mother figure and a tuxedo, so Shansu was made, and, Nibu needs a love interest, I guess, so Lake and Harbor. Lake is a female cat who's sassy and cocky, and Harbor is a male cat who's stubborn and a bit mean. Bat and Sparks weren't supposed to stay around. Dub was supposed to just show them a town, and they end up staying there, but I loved Bat and his big ears, so I kept them. Sage being added was because 1, I wanted to name someone Sage, and 2, I wanted another baby character, so boom, Sage. Tuck was always supposed to stay afraid of being close to people because of the heartbreak of his parents dying, but Talk was always supposed to stay afraid of being close to people because of the heartbreak of his parents dying, but I semi-accidentally toned that down a bit. Talk was also supposed to be a badass that took no nonsense, and I kept that, but it's not that obvious because he's around cats that he likes most of the time. I have something in mind that includes the zombies and that side of Talk again, but I can't spoil much. Feline Outbreak will always have a special place in my heart. Every time I think the spark for it is dying, I look back on the story and all I want to draw for a while is Talk and his crew. It's a bit niche in some places, but overall, Feline Outbreak will always be one of my favorite stories that I've ever made. Sappy stuff aside, what do you think about FO? Is it dumb? Cringy? Good? Best thing ever? Let me know. I'd love to see what you think about my cats and the story.